everyone, welcome back. So today I'm doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here, and I've used a bunch of products that are available at lookfantastic.com. So I have a couple of new products and I also have a couple of products that I've always wanted to try and just lately picked them up. So yeah, I'm very excited to share everything with you and share this makeup look with you. Also, I have a discount code which is JodieC, and that gets you 20% off at Lookfantastic. Some brands are excluded from the discount, but there's a bunch of really great brands that are included. So if you're interested in getting anything from them that works on like makeup, hair, skin and tools and things like that, more or less everything on Lookfantastic, a lot of brands are included in the discount code. So if there's anything from this video that you're interested in or anything else you may be interested in getting from Lookfantastic, then you can use my discount code and just add my code in the basket and it'll tell you if the products are included in the 20% off. So I hope you like this makeup look, and yeah, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so normally I start off with my eyes when I'm doing my makeup, but I'm going to start with my face today because I've got a new foundation which I'm really excited to try out. So I'm going to start off with that first today. So I've just primed my skin with my skincare stuff. So I used the Elizabeth Arden Superstar Skin Booster, and I've also applied one of these capsules here. These are the Hyaluronic Acid Ceramide Hydra-Plumping Serum capsules, so I applied them to my face. I got these in the Lookfantastic and Elizabeth Arden limited edition beauty box, which I've just unboxed, so I will leave that video linked above there. But yeah, like that's such a great limited edition beauty box. Like there's some great products in it from Elizabeth Arden, so check it out if you're interested in her products. And yeah, the box is really great value for money. So anyway, I'm going to start off with the foundation. So this is the new one that I have here to try out. This is the new Too Faced Born This Way Matte 24 Hour Super Long Wear Foundation. So I love like the Too Faced Born This Way, like the original one. That's one of my favourite foundations, and this one is the matte version of it. So this is what it looks like right here. The packaging for it is very like sleek. It's quite similar to the concealer, which is this one here. As you can see, this is the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This is my absolute favourite concealer like ever. I use this near enough every single day when I'm doing makeup. But yeah, this is a new foundation which comes with a pump, which is great. And it says here that it is obviously an oil-free, oil-controlling, waterproof and transfer-resistant foundation. The 24-hour matte foundation masterfully diffuses the lines between makeup and skin. The matte formula stays completely true colour while covering imperfections to reveal the all-day shine-free look of natural flawless skin. Lightweight wear and coverage so undetectable you'll think you were born this way. Yep, so I'm very excited to try this out. I did get the shade Natural Beige, so I'm hoping this will match me quite well. Like in the original one of this, I have the shade Warm Beige and I also have Sand, but they're a little bit darker, like they're more for when I have more of a full tan going on. Yeah, but I thought I would get something a little bit lighter. Well, I'm hoping it's a little bit lighter than those shades, so here's hoping this one matches me quite well. And I believe this one's in a neutral undertone, so I'm going to apply this to my face. I'm just going to take a few pumps because it is quite a full coverage foundation. Like the original one is quite full coverage, but I'm not sure how the matte one will go. So I'm just going to apply that amount just now because I can always add some more. And I'm just going to blend this in with my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush. Okay, so this one kind of matches me quite well. I'm happy about the shade of this so far. Yeah, it looks good. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, so it's the perfect neutral undertone. Of course I'm just going to take a little bit down my neck just so everything blends nicely. It's been a while since I've used a brush to apply my foundation. Like for the past few months I've been using a blending sponge and I've been loving the finish of my foundation, things like that. But today I thought I would just go back to using my brush because usually you get a bit more full coverage with a brush, and I wanted to see how full coverage this foundation could be, you know. Yeah, but so far it looks pretty full coverage. Like I would say medium to full coverage, not like heavy full coverage. It's like medium to full. You could probably build this up a little bit more if you wanted to, but the finish of this on the skin is gorgeous. Like it's very flawless looking, so I'm very happy about that. So I'm going to have to use another pump for my forehead. I'm just going to go with one small pump for there. Okay, so the finish is beautiful. It really does look like your skin. Like, yeah, it's not thick or cakey on the skin at all, even though it is, like, even though it has this full on kind of medium full coverage. Like, it doesn't look heavy on the skin. Like, it still looks like your skin. Like, it really is beautiful. I'm loving the finish of this, and I feel like this one may look a bit more flawless than the original as well, so I'm really happy with that. So I'm hoping it lasts really well, like throughout the day, just like the other one does. So yeah, so far this is beautiful. I'm liking the finish of this. I'm just taking a little bit of my Elizabeth Arden 8-hour lip balm and applying this to my lips just now because they feel quite dry. So I'm now going to move on to concealer, and the concealer I'm going to use is the concealer from the Born This Way range as well, the multi-use sculpting concealer, and this is a gorgeous concealer. Of course it's not like a new concealer, but this is going to go perfect I think with the foundation. That's why I want to use that today. This is available at Lookfantastic also. The shade I have here is Vanilla. I've been using this shade for a long time now. It's just my absolute favourite. So I'm going to blend this in with my brush. This shade seems to go quite well with the foundation shade as well, which I'm happy about. So I'm just going to lightly go over my eye, but I'm going to go in with an eyeshadow primer anyway, so I don't have to be too full coverage there. Just going to quickly set my under eyes with the Too Faced Peach Perfect translucent powder. Just going to set under my eye. Now I've got this new sculpting powder from MAC. This is in the shade Bone Beige, and I picked this up because I thought that this might look quite good as a contour or a bronzing shade for my skin. Like, I've already swatched this already, so that's what it looks like right there. It's a very kind of natural looking sculpting powder. Like the shade of it, it's more like a kind of peachy, like rosy contour shade. So I'm wondering if this will look good on my skin. I'm going to give it a try today. Ooh, this is very natural looking. Ooh, well, that's like a really gorgeous shade for my complexion, I think. Like, ooh, just gives a really nice natural defined look. Yeah, so that has a nice natural look to it. Like, it's like has this rosy like tint to it, so it sort of just creates that kind of natural shadow, which is nice. Okay, so that sculpting powder is nice. The shade is a little bit on the warm side, so I wanted something to a little bit more cool tone, just to kind of add a little bit more definition to my cheeks. So I think I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer for that, and Actually, I want to mention there is a bunch of Benefit sets on Lookfantastic.com right now where you get like a lot of full size products in them. So there's one right now that I'm loving the look of. It's called, I can't remember the name of it, I'll put the name here on the screen, but it has like all full size products in it, and it like it's a really good value set. So you get like the Benefit Hula in it, you get the full size the Bad Gal Bang Mascara, you also get the Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I think you get the primer, yeah, the famous primer from Benefit, what's that called again, the Professional primer, and I think you might get one of the gels in the set as well, like the brow gels. I'm not too sure, but it's a really great value set. Like, I have a bunch of the products, and I have all the products that are in the set that I'm talking about. A couple of products I haven't even opened yet, so I don't really need to get this set right now, but like if I really needed to restock on all my Benefit products, then I would definitely look to getting that set, because yeah, like it is really great value. But anyway, I am going to apply some of the Benefit Hula bronzer. Okay, so I've just took my hair out of those little clips there because they were starting to get quite sore. Okay, so I'm now going to move on to my brows, and I'm excited about this because I've got the Precisely My Brow from Benefit. Like, this has been out for such a long time, and I've always seen people using this and it looked so good, and I never ever picked it up till now. Like, I have a bunch of Benefit's other, you know, stuff like the gels and the brow gels, and they're great. I've just never picked up the brow pencil, and I am very excited about this. That's it right there, and it's in the shade 3.5, which I think is a new shade. Well, I think they extended the line, because I think before they only had like, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and things like that, but now they have like in between kind of middle shades, you know, which I think is really good, because we all have like different undertones and things like that to our hair, you know, like different tones through them and things, and not undertones but different tones through our hair and things like that, and we like need a variety of different shades and brow products. So yes, I'm happy this is 3.5, and I'm hoping it matches me though, because I think 3 would be too warm and I think 4 would have been too dark. So I'm hoping 3.5. Hang on, oh, it's very, very fine. Like, that's it there. It should work for my brows. Yeah, like it's a bit more of a neutral shade, I think. And I haven't used a pencil like this before, so it'll be interesting. Well, I don't think I have. And it'll be interesting to see how my brow shape turns out. So yeah, like I'm going to have to master this. Like, I won't get it perfect this first time using it, but I'm going to try it and see how we get on. You can really map out your brows with this because it's a really fine tip, and you can also fill it in like little brush strokes, which I think is good. So that's what I'll probably do today. I'll probably just follow my natural brow and fill them in. Yeah, and then I can figure out another day how to like really sculpt them with it, because I think that will take me quite a while to master. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I use powder on my brows, and I basically just run through them with my brow brush. Like, I don't do anything too crazy. Like, there's been times where I've done my brows a bit too harsh sometimes, but it's all trial and error, and I still don't get my brows perfect every day, but whatever. Okay, so that's what I've done so far, and I think they're looking quite good. This I think will be really good to shape, like carve out under the brow bone there. Like, I don't really do that much with like the brow powders and that I use. I just usually follow my natural brow shape and things that just make them a little bit more fuller. But this I think will be really good to kind of sculpt the brows a bit more, because it's a really fine tip, and I'm loving like how easily applies, you know, applies to the brows. It gives a lot of like colour to the brows and really defines them without much effort really. So yeah, like I think they look quite good. Like I don't think they're too harsh or anything like that, and the shade I think is pretty decent. I think it is quite warm. It still has a bit of warmth to it, but also has a little bit of a coolness to it as well. So yeah, I think it's kind of quite a good balance for my hair. So yeah, I think like 3 would be too warm and 4 would have been too dark. So yeah, I think this is probably quite a good in between shade. I believe there's another one, 3.75, which may be quite good as well for my brows, but I don't know, I think they look quite good with this shade. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave it at that just now, but so far I'm really loving this. I'm so happy I picked this up. I see a lot of people using it, and yeah, I'm very impressed with it. So I'm going to now move on to my eyes. I have a new eyeshadow palette which I'm so excited to use. It's from Natasha Denona. It's her Glam Palette. This looks absolutely gorgeous. That's the packaging for it right there, and the shades inside look like that. So there's a lot of cool tone and neutral shades inside this palette. We also have a mixture of mattes and metallics. They have shade names on them, and the names of the shades are kind of like where to position them on your eyes, which is quite good. So I like that. I'm also going to come back to my face after I've done my eyes, because I have a new face palette as well from Illamasqua, which I'm excited about. But first of all, let's dive into this palette. I'm going to prime my eyes with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. That's that right there. This is a really good eyeshadow primer, and you don't actually have to set this eyeshadow primer because like the eyeshadows just take well to it. Now I'm going to start off with this shade, which is called Blend. I'm going to apply that into my crease. I've never used Natasha Denona eyeshadows before. This is like the first time, and I'm very excited about it. Like, I've heard her formula is really good, and the eyeshadows, you know, are very buttery and very smooth. So I'm excited to see how this palette's going to go, and I just love the shades in this palette. Like, it's a palette that I would get a lot of use out of. I think like the shades in it are just so me. Like, they're very kind of neutral, they're very everyday wearable, and yeah, they're kind of shades that I quite like. I'm now going to take the shade Smoke. I'm just going to apply this to kind of like my outer corner and slightly into my crease. Oh, look at that shade. That's like the most gorgeous outer corner shade. It just has that perfect tone to it. Like, it just gives you that sultry edge. Like, I love it. I just realised I haven't even set my brows. Like, I've got brow gel from Benefit here to set my brows, and I forgot all about it, so I will do that after I've done my eyes. I just forgot all about it. Look how dramatic the eye look just goes with that shade. Like, it's very pigmented. I barely touched the pan with my brush, and like, it's picked up a lot of pigment. Well, not a lot of pigment, it's very pigmented and is applied lovely to the eyes. I'm going to take a little bit of the lash line shade, which is this kind of really charcoal shade. Like, I wouldn't say it's black, it's more like a charcoal shade, and I'm just going to apply a teeny bit of that just on top of the Smoke shade. So I'm just applying it right at the very corner of my lash line. You could use this shade if you wanted to give yourself like a wing, but I'm going to use a liquid liner today because I feel like my eyes just suit liquid liner more, like when I've done such a dramatic eye look. Okay, so this is how we're looking so far. That shade just add a little bit more definition to the outer corner. Now for the lid part here that I've left bare, I'm going to apply a shimmer. So there's a bunch of really gorgeous shimmers in here, like there's about 3 here that I think would look gorgeous on the lid. Yeah, so there's the inner corner shade, this also is called inner corner, and this centre lid shade right here. I'm going to swatch the 3 of them on my hand and see which, 1, 2, 3, see which one I think will be best. So we have this one here which has a little bit more of like a champagne goldy undertone. Then we have this one here which is, like, has more of a pinky undertone, and then we have this one here which is a little bit more silvery, like a bit more of an icy undertone. I'm not sure which one I want to apply today, but I'm going to swatch them all on my hand. Oh my god, you can't see that. Why have I done that? Like, why have I swatched them right here? So stupid. I think from looking at these swatches I'm going to apply the centre eyelid shade, which is this one right here. It's a little bit more of the kind of champagne shade. I'm going to apply that on my lids with my finger. Whoa, that's pigmented. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Now I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to carve out my crease because I like to make it look a little bit bigger, so I'm going to take it higher than my crease. Just up. That shade is gorgeous. I'm going to take a little bit of that smoke shade. Just make sure that blends nicely into crease. Okay, so I just went ahead and applied my eyeliner. I used the Illamasqua liquid eyeliner for this. It's kind of like a felt tip liner, and I gave myself quite elongated wings there. So now what I'm going to do is finish off the rest of my eyes and then do the rest of my face that I've got to finish. I have this little mini mascara. It's the Anastasia Lash Brag Volumizing Mascara. Like, we got this in the Lookfantastic Advent Calendar and I've been really excited to try it. So that's what it looks like right there. Some of you guys probably already have this if you are like fans of Lookfantastic's beauty box and you got the Advent Calendar. So I'm going to try this today. The brush head on this is massive, but the way it's applied the mascara to my lashes is really good. Like, they look really full, really voluminous and quite dramatic. So yeah, I'm liking this mascara, so happy about that. I'm going to use this inner corner shade right here. It's a bit more of an icy shade. I'm going to apply that to the inner corner, and I might use it for my brow bone as well. Okay, so I'm going to set my brows using the Benefit 24 Hour Brow Gel. I'll just lock them in place. Like, I forgot all about that I hadn't finished, you know, my brows. Now I've got this palette here from Illamasqua, which I'm really excited to try. It's this one here. It's part of their new Treasure the Beyond collection. So this is it here. And this is the inside. Like, we have a few highlights and a few blushes in this palette, so yeah, we have two kind of pinkier blushes here and two highlights here. The highlights are OMG and Days. OMG is my favourite from Illamasqua, and then we have the blushes are Katie and Hussy. So this one's Katie, this one's Hussy. So I'm going to use the OMG highlight for my cheekbones and a little bit of the blush, I think. I just get a nice subtle glow with a fan brush. It doesn't go on too strong when I use a fan brush on my cheeks. It sort of like feathers out the highlight so it doesn't go on too blinding, because I don't like that look on myself. And then I think I'll mix the two blushes together. So take a little bit of Katie and also take a little bit of Hussy, and just going to lightly dust that on my cheeks. Those blushes are pigmented, like I just went in with a brush there to blend them out a little bit because they're super pigmented. Yeah, that palette is nice. Illamasqua sent me over some more stuff from the Treasure the Beyond collection, but I'm going to do a separate video on that. I do have a discount code though, which is Jodie M, where you can get a free mascara if you buy anything from the Treasure the Beyond collection. So if you're interested in anything from that collection, then make sure you use my little code and you can get a free mascara with your purchase. But yeah, this palette is nice, I'm liking this, and I'm excited to use the rest of the stuff that's in the collection. I'm going to outline my lips with the NYX Natural Lip Liner. And now I'm going to just apply a lipstick. So I'm going to use this one, I think, from MAC. I had set out two here from MAC. These are not new or anything like that, but I believe my discount code works on MAC products. So I was going to use Velvet Teddy, which is more of a matte finish, and then apply Hug Me on top. But with this dark lip liner that I have on, I don't think I'll need to apply Velvet Teddy. I'm going to go with Hug Me, because Hug Me is a little bit more of a kind of creamy, it has a bit more of a shiny finish to it, which is my preferred finish. So I'm going to apply this. And this feels really good on the lips as well. Nice and smooth and moisturising. Yeah, this is the completed makeup look, and I would love to know what you think about it. I am really impressed with the eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. Like, this is the first palette that I have got from her, and I'm really impressed with the shades that I've used so far. I cannot wait to play around with the kind of silvery, shades in this palette as well. I think they would look so good for a more kind of grungy eye look. The metallic shade that I put on my lid went on lovely, really buttery and really smooth. So yeah, loving the palette. The new Too Faced foundation is gorgeous. Like, I'm loving the finish of it. Like, it's like a matte finish, but it's not like a flat matte finish. It's very kind of healthy looking. It just looks like your normal skin, like, you know, it doesn't look cakey or anything like that. Like, I've had it on for a little while now while I've been doing the rest of my makeup, and it's looking really good. Like, I don't see it looking thick or cakey, and it's very lightweight on the skin. Like, I feel like I hardly have any foundation on with it really. So yeah, I think it's a little bit lighter in formula than the original one. Yeah, so this I'm really impressed with. I'm excited to use that more. I'm just summing up on like the newer products that are available right now at Lookfantastic. So the Illamasqua Treasure the Beyond face palette, yeah, is really nice. Like, I'm liking the shades in here. Like, the little blush shades are nice, they're very pigmented. I had to like use a brush to kind of diffuse them and another brush to diffuse them because they're not really pigmented. I love the OMG highlight, so I'm happy that that shade is in this palette. The Bone Beige Sculpting Powder from MAC is nice. Like, I like this, it goes on very natural looking on the skin. I think I would prefer this with less of a tan. Like, I don't have a really dark tan now, but I do have a little bit of tan on, so like my foundation's a little bit darker. So I think if I wear like my lightest foundation that matches like my skin tone without any tan, then this will look gorgeous. Like, I think it will be like a really nice natural sculpting powder. So happy that I picked that up. Everything else I've used looks pretty good on my face. Like I think I have to play around more with the Benefit Precisely My Brow. Like I don't think I've got these brows perfect yet, but I will when I spend more time on like maybe carving them a little bit more with like this little pencil. So yeah, I'm going to play around with this a bit more. But yeah, overall everything has worked out really nice and I'm really liking how my makeup look has turned out. I would love to know what you think down below. Yeah, so if you're interested in getting any products from Lookfantastic, you can use my discount code, which is JoyC. That will get you 20% off your order. There are some brands that are excluded from the discount, but if you add the products you would like into your basket and then put in a discount code, it will tell you what's included and it will take the 20% off. But yeah, some brands are excluded. One brand that is excluded from the discount is Natasha Denona. But this would be like a splurge product if you wanted to buy it. The formula and everything in the palette is great. The shades are just perfect for me. Like I would get a lot of use out of this palette, so yeah, it would be a splurge product for you. It's just whether you're into these shades. The performance of the palette is lovely, like there's no question in that, like it is lovely, but it's just whether you like these shades and if you want to splurge on it. But yeah, so that I just want to mention that Natasha Denona is excluded from my discount code. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you liked and enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button just down below if you haven't already, and I'll speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye.